guys, welcome back. In this video I am going to do a try on and wear test of this Fenty Beauty by Rihanna foundation. My shade is in the shade 360. I don't have like the full description of the shade, what it's supposed to be, but it's like a neutral type of shade, so olivey, a little bit on the yellow side. First impressions, I walked into Sephora and I was like, well, this is kind of small. I forgot how much this cost though. Look, if you leave it to me, I see a price and then I'm like, yeah, no, drugstore has better stuff. So I just grab things and put it in my my little basket. Also, they have their 20% off sale, so it didn't hurt me as much because I felt like I was getting a deal since I was getting a discount. I got this, another foundation, some other stuff. So what does it say? Okay, so this retails for $34. That's actually not too bad though. And with my 20% off, I only paid $27.50. So not too bad, not too bad. So it was super easy to color match myself. Also, I like that it has the little pump situation. I think the packaging is really pretty. It's just very slim and it has a frosted glass bottle and a white cap. We are going to prime our skin, but I'm not gonna use an illuminating one. It's a little rare for me considering that that's kind of like what I use on an ongoing basis. I love the luminosity that a primer can give you. I don't want to put anything with any type of shimmer or shade underneath this foundation because that's the whole point. This is a wear test. So I did color match myself. I was between the 350 and 360, and 360 seemed to be the perfect match for my face. And now I am just going to apply that on my forehead, on my cheek, over here, and on my chin. We're gonna pull our hair back and we are going to use our trusty blending sponge. This is my favorite sponge of like forever. It's this one and the dollar one. It's the AOA sponges. Those are so good. But this one just does something a little extra to your foundation. I don't know if you guys tried it. You know what I'm talking about. It just does a little extra for you. So I did go literally like half a shade darker than my own skin tone, but there's a purpose for that. I don't like to tan my face, but see, the difference is not too serious, especially when you go ahead and conceal and highlight the areas that you need to highlight. So this is all gonna balance out really well. But my thing is like my neck and the rest of my body does tan. So I have to get a shade that's gonna work very well. Like, and it'll be nice and even with my neck. It blended out really, really nicely. I kind of feel like I have nothing on my face. It's nice and dry. Rihanna, what did you do? This feels really good. Oh, I did get a little bit of transfer on my hands though. I don't know about that. All right, let's just apply the rest of my face and see what happens and how things blend with it. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell you it oxidized a little bit. Just a little bit on my skin because I can see it, I can feel it. Like, you can't notice it too much right here just because I do have concealer. But if you notice, like this area right here, it is darker. Like, forget about the bronzer. I can see it. So I think I'm probably going to go back and get my actual shade, the 350. Because I feel orange. Even though I don't look orange to you guys, I feel orange. This is what it looks like once you've applied like a highlighter and your bronzer, some blush. I kept it super minimal because I really want to see if, you know, the foundation tends to move around and stuff. I will be here checking in with you guys later on after work. We'll see how it wears, if it moves, if it lasts, if my face gets greasy even with a primer or not. I don't know, but so far it looks really good. Okay guys, I am back. It is the end of the day. It's literally 10:01 and I know because my vitamin alarm went off, letting me know take your vitamins. So it is 10:01 at night And this is what my foundation looks like. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a second, but I wanted to point something out. So in my mind, because I'm used to my foundation being slightly lighter than my very own skin tone, and I keep looking at myself in the mirror because I'm like, ugh. So all day I've been battling with the thoughts that this foundation oxidized and that it was a shade darker than what it really needed to be. And I feel like because it is a new foundation and I actually used a new bronzer, and it is a new bronzer to me in my collection, it's not new to the world. So and in my mind, I'm like, yeah, this foundation's too dark, this foundation doesn't work, but it's just the idea of the foundation being my perfect shade and then me using a new bronzer. And I feel like all day I was kind of going back and forth, like, is this too dark? Is it not? My coworker was like, no girl, it is fine. Don't change the shade. It is you and in your brain because you're the one that notices little things and it is perfectly fine. And then I went on Instagram and I asked you guys and I was like, okay, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? I do feel like the foundation is a little darker than it should be. And you guys were like, no, it is your perfect shade. Don't change it. So I don't know. I think I'm just like two in my head right now. So in terms of this shade, I'm going to keep it because y'all are telling me it's like the perfect shade. I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to get used to it a little bit. But I'm going to zoom you guys in to kind of show you what my skin looks like. I have not touched up at all. I haven't touched up any powder that I put under my eyes. I haven't touched up my forehead. Nothing. Nada. All I did was apply my makeup like you guys saw earlier, and that's really it. Even like my lip gloss faded and everything. I haven't even powdered. So I'm going to zoom you guys in to kind of show you what it looks like close up after about 15.5 hours of wear. Okay, wow, you guys are like really close and like I'm weirded out because I have like my face really close to like, you know, my viewfinder here on the other side, so it's kind of weird. So in looking at myself, and I'm going to look over here because that's where I have the big screen that shows me what you guys are going to see. I did apply foundation under my eyes and then I applied concealer over it and then I powdered over that. And the foundation played really nicely with my concealer and the powders. It did not cake up. I don't have like any buildup. It doesn't look crepey. As you guys can see, like I'm stretching because I do get little baby fine lines, but they're not like drastic. As you guys can see, it looks really good under the eyes. Here is my forehead area. It did fade a little bit in this area here. I do tend to do this a lot to my hair throughout the day, especially when I'm under some stress. So that's normal to me and I don't find that to be a really big deal. And as you guys can see, I like over bronzed my forehead as per usual. And then let's look at the skin. It looks really good. It looks really, really good. There's not much that I can say. It didn't emphasize my texture. My powders did not move around on it. I don't know. It looks really good. It did fade a little bit here, but we're talking about like 15 hours worth of wear, so I'm not really complaining. It looks really good. And it did fade very, very lightly, but so gracefully at that. Like, it looks really good. Now, my T-zone area here, it is slightly oily, but I'm not like super oily either. As long as I use a primer, I'm usually okay. And sometimes I can get away with not using a primer. So the fact that I use a primer and it looks this good, I do think this foundation is worth the money. It looks really good. Would I repurchase the foundation? I think I'm going to have to use it a little more in order to say whether or not it's something that I would definitely just dish out $34 for. But if I'm honest, I liked it enough with today's wear to the point that as long as I had a discount, I would repurchase with a discount. If you have purchased the foundation yourself, let me know what your favorite thing about this foundation is. All right, guys, that is a wrap for this video. As per usual, my social media platforms will be right here. Make sure you go follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.